Breaking news, or should I say, heartbreaking news, because Hollywood's golden couple, Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman, might not be as picture-perfect as their red carpet smiles suggest. Yeah, you heard that right, the same duo who made us believe in timeless love between Nashville, charm and Oscar-winning grace might just be living out the biggest PR plot twist since Bennifer, the sequel. But what really happened behind those designer shades and carefully rehearsed award show thing? Did love fade, or was it managed out of existence? And why did Keith Urban suddenly break his silence after months of mysterious absences, cryptic lyrics, and no comments? Was it heartbreak, strategy, or the calm before an explosive confession? Because insiders claim this isn't just a breakup, it's a brand collapse. Private investigators, leaked texts, deleted videos, and a rumored six-figure documentary deal. Oh, it's getting juicy, so grab your popcorn, people, because this isn't just another Hollywood love story, it's a full-blown, emotional blockbuster with a twist nobody saw coming. The truth might finally be out, but trust me, it's not the truth you've been told. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at Keith and Nicole the same way again. It began like a hairline crack in glass. Invisible at first, but spreading fast once the light hit it. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman had spent years building the illusion of perfect balance. The red carpet chemistry, the gentle laughter, the rehearsed kisses that looked spontaneous. People loved to believe in them because they made love look cinematic. But behind the lens, the reality was not a fairy tale. It was a fragile production held together by silence and contracts. The first real sign came during the filming of Nicole's new thriller, when whispers started circulating that Keith had become a little too interested in the production. Crew members told stories about him arriving without warning, smiling politely while his eyes stayed fixed on the monitor. One assistant remembered him asking strange questions about how many takes certain scenes needed and why the lighting crew had to dim the set for a particular shot. It felt like polite curiosity on the surface, but something nervous underneath. Soon after, a photograph leaked of the couple leaving a Beverly Hills restaurant, both in sunglasses, both tight-lipped, walking as if the space between them was miles wide. The image hit the internet and exploded within minutes. The fans who had worshipped their romance began to dissect every gesture. Did his hand twitch like he wanted to hold hers but stopped himself? Did she step slightly ahead to make a point? Everyone had theories but no answers because both stayed silent. That silence only made the noise louder. Gossip blogs began suggesting the couple's marriage had quietly become more of a business alliance. A former publicist supposedly told an outlet that the two had agreed to maintain their image for the sake of shared endorsements, properties, and production deals. Whether it was true or not, it spread fast enough to become fact in the court of public opinion. The timing made it worse because around then, Nicole's co-star started appearing in photos with her during press events, smiling too much, standing too close. It was easy fuel for the narrative that Keith was jealous and controlling while Nicole was tired of playing the calm diplomat. Then came a rumor about a leaked email in which Nicole's PR team allegedly pitched a streaming platform an exclusive documentary deal about her private life. The document was never verified, but it didn't matter, because the story had already gone viral. Comment sections filled with outrage and disbelief, while YouTube channels began uploading video essays about how Hollywood couples fake affection for sponsorships. Through all of it, Keith remained quiet, the kind of quiet that feels louder than any statement. People began to wonder if he was protecting Nicole or punishing her. Every photo of him at the airport or studio rehearsals was studied for signs of heartbreak or guilt. When he finally spoke at a charity event, saying only that you cannot control what people say, but you can control what you know in your heart, the internet went wild again. Because even in his calmest moment, Keith Urban had not denied a thing. After that brief statement, the story escalated into a frenzy that felt more like a Hollywood thriller than real life. Sources close to the set whispered that tensions between Keith and Nicole had been simmering for months, that minor disagreements had been carefully masked during public appearances but were impossible to hide behind closed doors. Allegedly, Keith had been growing increasingly frustrated at always being introduced as Nicole Kidman's husband instead of the superstar in his own right, while Nicole reportedly felt constrained by the constant spotlight and the weight of maintaining a flawless image. Crew members recalled long hours on set where the atmosphere was tense, with Keith reportedly muttering under his breath during rehearsals, and Nicole staying distant, polite, but unmistakably cold. Then came the leaked video clips that nobody claimed responsibility for, showing Nicole laughing a little too intimately with her co-star during an after-hours celebration. The footage vanished almost as soon as it appeared, deleted from multiple accounts, but the damage was done. Social media exploded with theories and narratives, each more elaborate than the last. Fake emails allegedly between Nicole and her team circulated, supposedly offering streaming services exclusive access to her private life, including her marriage to Keith. Whether authentic or fabricated, they became fuel for the fire, and the story quickly transcended gossip, turning into a public obsession. Fans dissected every award show, every concert, every interview, looking for clues that could explain the cracks. Body language experts weighed in, analyzing smiles, gestures, and glances, turning ordinary moments into supposed evidence of heartbreak and betrayal. Meanwhile, Keith continued his silence on social media, letting speculation run unchecked while releasing cryptic lyrics in new songs that only seemed to fan the flames further. One lyric in particular, about sharing stages but not sharing hearts, immediately went viral, interpreted as a direct reference to Nicole and the alleged tensions surrounding her co-star. Reports surfaced that private investigators had been hired to monitor Nicole's activities. Though there was no official confirmation, the public debated endlessly over who was in the right and who was in the wrong. But in reality, the truth was nearly impossible to untangle from the stories being constructed. Some entertainment analysts suggested the couple's finances complicated matters even more, noting that millions in shared properties, royalties, and production investments could make any straightforward separation nearly impossible. The tension was no longer just personal, it was corporate, strategic, and performative. Despite the growing chaos, Nicole remained composed, appearing in carefully planned magazine features, smiling faintly but saying just enough to maintain intrigue without confirming a single rumor. The juxtaposition of Keith's brooding silence and Nicole's calm statements only heightened public curiosity, making every glance, every post, and every media appearance seem loaded with secret meaning. The narrative had become a full-blown spectacle, one that Hollywood itself could not resist watching, and it became clear that this was no ordinary couple facing ordinary problems. Every move was scrutinized, every word analyzed, and the story kept evolving, feeding a public that could not get enough of the drama unfolding behind closed doors. As the weeks turned into months, the saga only deepened, transforming from a story about a troubled marriage into a full-blown Hollywood spectacle. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman were no longer just celebrities. They had become symbols of fame, power, and the intricate dance between love and image. Reports suggested that meetings with lawyers and financial advisors were happening behind closed doors, each conversation a careful negotiation designed to protect assets, endorsements, and production deals. Friends of the couple claimed that even their private interactions were influenced by PR strategies, that hugs and smiles were timed, and that apologies were scripted to maintain the appearance of a united front. Meanwhile, fans scrutinized every minor interaction: concert performances, press interviews, magazine shoots, trying to piece together the timeline of emotional highs and lows. An alleged insider said that Keith had started composing new songs with lyrics that mirrored the tension in his marriage, songs that were cryptic enough to be poetic but specific enough to be interpreted as direct messages. Nicole, on the other hand, appeared on a magazine cover, dressed in black, her words carefully chosen to signal resilience without revealing intimate details, stating that protecting one's peace was paramount, a declaration that the public immediately connected to the rumors. Social media exploded with speculation about reconciliation, separation, or some orchestrated compromise, each theory building on the last. Some claimed that the couple had been spotted together at a remote wellness retreat, dressed casually, walking in silence with no entourage, reigniting debate about whether this was a romantic reconciliation or a staged public appearance. The blurred lines between personal and performative actions made it impossible to tell reality from strategy, and the couple's every move became part of the narrative. Critics and fans alike argued about intent, analyzing body language, interpreting lyrics, and replaying old interviews, while entertainment analysts suggested that every public appearance was designed to maximize media coverage and maintain value in joint ventures. Even financial commentators chimed in, emphasizing that untangling shared assets would be a prolonged, high-stakes process. Throughout it all, Keith remained composed on stage, occasionally letting emotion seep through in small cracks: a pause, a strained smile, a lyric that hinted at heartbreak, while Nicole maintained a poised presence, projecting strength and calm. The juxtaposition of these actions only fueled speculation, creating a story that was part romance, part scandal, and entirely captivating to the public. By the time the latest chapter unfolded, it was clear that this was not a simple story of love lost or found. It was a complex narrative where every glance, every word, and every silence carried meaning. The couple had transcended the typical boundaries of private life, becoming a phenomenon where the truth was layered with interpretation and performance. In the end, the saga of Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman illustrated how in Hollywood, love, image, and strategy can intertwine so completely that it becomes nearly impossible to separate reality from spectacle, leaving the world to watch, analyze, and debate every move as if it were the final act of a long-running drama. So what do you think really happened behind closed doors? Was it heartbreak, strategy, or the ultimate Hollywood performance? Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman have shown us that even the most glamorous, fairy tale relationships can hide secrets, and that every smile, every silence, and every carefully timed statement can tell a story louder than words. But here's the real question: can we ever really know the truth? Or are we just spectators in a carefully crafted narrative designed to keep us hooked? The lines between reality and performance have blurred so completely that every rumor, every leak, every cryptic lyric becomes a clue, and yet the full picture remains tantalizingly out of reach. We want to know what you think. Did Keith and Nicole break apart because of personal struggles? Or was it all part of an intricate image game? Could this be reconciliation in disguise? Or is it the final act of a long-running drama? Drop your theories in the comments below, because we're reading them all and the discussion is just getting started. Don't forget to like this video if you want more shocking revelations, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss the latest insider stories. Trust us, in Hollywood, nothing stays hidden forever.